Good morning, everyone. Today, our lesson is about the story Talking Walls. This is our new lesson, and let's read about it. Okay, now, like how we see here, this is the page from your book exactly. It says Talking Walls. What does talking wall mean? Talking wall means when we have a wall which is painted, which is giving us a message. There is nothing written on it, but something drawn. And with the drawing, with the art, with the painting, we get a message. So this today is a photo essay. The genre of the story is photo essay. It means that we have to rely on photographs to help give one factual information. Now, what does it mean? It means that whenever we have a photo essay kind of a story, there is not much to read about it, but only to look at the pictures, only to look at the murals, only to look at the drawings, and every time the drawing is giving us a message. And these are the vocabulary words. These are some more words, some spelling words, everything related to the story. Talking Walls Art for the People. Okay, now first word is encourage. Encourage means to motivate someone. Like when you take good marks in your test, your mom and dad, they encourage you that yes, today you have taken 8 over 10. Next time, if you work hard, you can take maybe 10 over 10. So encourage means to push someone, to motivate them, to back up them that yes, you can do it. You should go for it. Yes, and then the next word is native. Native means when we are born and we live in the same country. Like the people who are Saudis here, they are native people. Like they are born in Saudi Arabia and they are living in Saudi Arabia. If someone is born in America and they live all their life in America, they are called Native Americans. Means they belong only to that country. They did not move to any other place. That means native. Yes, and the next word, expression. Expression, it means to explain yourself, to describe yourself. Now, some people like to describe themselves in writing, some people like to describe themselves in painting, some people like to describe themselves by talking or by explaining. So, any expression will be the medium I'm using. Sometimes I would like to use writing. I would like to write about myself. Sometimes I would like to paint about how I am thinking. Sometimes I would just like to draw what is in my mind. So, anyway, I'm using my expression. It means to explain my feeling. And in our story here, Talking Walls, we will see the expression which everyone has used here is the expression of painting. By painting, everyone has expressed their feelings. They would like to convey the message, they would like to pass on the message. Like you see our painting, you see our talking wall, and you see that what message it is giving you. It belongs to the area, it belongs to this country, and it has a message inside it. We have to look carefully, read something related to it, and we will be able to find out what message this painting is giving us. What is the expression of this painting? The next word, settled. Settle means simply to live in a place. Like currently, we all are settled in Saudi Arabia. We all are living in the same place, so we are settled. If someone is settled in Canada, they live in Canada. If someone is settled in Egypt, means they live in that place. So we are just settled. We have our house, we have our family, and we have everything that we need. Yes, that means settled. Okay, now we have the next word, local. Local means belong to that area. Like any person who lives in this area, they are local of this area. You can think about your area, which area you are living, you are local of that area. Like our school is in Istihar district, so we are local in Istihar district. Everything we have in here. If I am living in Olaya district, I am local of that area. I know I have a school in that area, I have a park in that area, I have a market in that area, I have a gym in that area, I have a sports club in that area. So everything I have in that area where my house is, so it is my local area. I do not have to travel really far away to get the service. I will find it in my local area. So simply it means belong to that area. The next word, social. Social means when we like to meet people, when we like to go out, we like to talk to them, we like to meet them, we like to have dinner with them or invite them in our place. So let's just like a group of friends. Like we have in our class, we have a group of friends, we all are social. We like to talk to them, explain ourselves, and if we have a problem, we like to share it with them. If there is any good thing to tell them, again, like to share it with them. So social means simply a people or a group of people. And then we have the next word, support. Support means simply to help each other, to assist them, to same as encourage, to support them. Like we see here in the picture, the man is supporting the other man and not letting him fall down. And that's how we support each other. We do not want the other person to fall or to hurt themselves, or in a test, we do not want them to fail. We want them to understand the lesson the same as I did. So we like to support them. Thank you. Okay, now these were the words of the story. Now we have the big question. Every time when there is a title written, there is a question written in it. Like, why is freedom of expression important? Why it is important to express myself? Why do I have to tell other people how am I feeling? So the answer will be freedom of expression is important for people around the world because it gives them ideas about the place to live and about culture and tradition. Like, I don't want to keep my feelings to myself. If, for example, if someone has moved from their native country to America or any other place, they would like to express themselves, to know other people. Like, if you are moving to America, what are the problems you are going to face? Or what are the good things you are going to face? How your life is going to change. This is how important freedom of expression is. One should express themselves, one should explain it to each other and not just keep it to yourself. Without freedom of expression, everyone will not be able to make any decision. Like, for example, just for an example, I would like to tell you that one person from a family moved from, you can say, from Syria to America just in order to have a better life. So when he moves there, he will have a better idea to tell other people back in his country that when you are also going to move, like for example, his brother or his sister or his friend or his cousin, anyone would also like to move, what are the problems you are going to face, or what are the changes you are going to face, or what are the better things you are going to face, and what you should expect when you move from your native country to another country in order to have a better life. So, freedom of expression is giving me a clear idea. Okay, so he went, he faced this. He faced all this bad and all this good. So, in order that I am also ready to face things like him. So, I will be able to make my decision when I have the freedom of expression. Thank you. Now we have here the actual story. This is the first page of the story, and we see here it's a red color painted. I see some brushes and I see a painting. Now, what message this painting is giving me? First, we will try to read. Immigrants travel to America from all over the world. They leave behind homes and villages in their native countries for the promise of a better life and for the freedom of this country it has to offer. So now this is what is in reality, that a lot of people like to move to America from their native countries, from African continent, from Asian continent, from European continent. A lot of people like to move to America just in order to have a better place to live, just in order to have a better life. And just to see, sometimes a lot of people are so, can say, encouraged or excited to know that, wow, America is so big. Why can't we just go there and have a better life? Why do I have to stay in my native country? So, and they all have in mind that America will give you more freedom of expression. something that I am not able to do in my country, maybe I will be able to do it in America, because a lot of people travel to America, a lot of people move to America from different countries. So it's like a mix of culture, mix of languages, and everyone is able to talk about themselves. Everyone is able to express themselves. So now how the freedom of expression can be used. I can use it as a writing. I can use it in the form of music. I can use it in the form of dancing. And I can use it in the form of art, by painting. Any way I like, I'm able to do it because no one in America is going to stop me. One, it's a very big place. Second, it has people from all around the world. So it's a mix of culture. Whatever I have learned in my country, I can use it in a better way in America. This is what people have in their mind. Okay, now mural. What is a mural? First thing. The mural is a painting on the wall. Because when I use the word painting, it can be a painting on a paper, it can be a painting on a book, painting in the sketchboard. But when I say mural, it means a painting on the wall. That's why we will use the word mural. So murals are found in every country, in every place around us, and every mural is with a message. It's a talking wall. It's a wall which is giving you a message. Like for example, how do I know that this building is my school? Or this building is a hospital? This building is a cinema. How do we know that? Just by looking at the murals, just by looking at the paintings. In our school or in any other school, they paint the walls of, like, with small children reading, playing, doing math, writing alphabet, playing together, having fun time, having some activity. So all these things which are done in a school. So that's is giving me a message that it's a school. It's a place for learning. If I go to a cinema, I will see the pictures of different people who work in movies. So it's giving me a message of it's a place for movies without anything written on it. That's what the job of a muralist is. That's what he has to do. Only with the brushes, only with the drawing he has to pass on the message to the other people. This is the first mural that we see here, and we see here that a group of people, they are making music, because music is also a way of expression. If something exciting is happening, the music will be louder and brighter and exciting. If something sad is happening, the music will be slow and in a very low voice, and it will be kind of a sad, which will make everyone sad. So music is also considered to be a part of expression. If I'm going to a party, I expect the music to be loud and happening, which will make me dance. If I'm going to a family dinner, the music is going to be slow, just in the background. If I'm going to someone's house or to a dinner, again, the music depends how I want to use it. So it's just a medium of expression. That's what the artist in the story are going to do. And that's what exactly happens in real life also. If I have to express something, I'm not always going to write it. Sometimes I can use it in the form of painting also. Okay, now this is what the title of the mural is, Immigrant. You can see here it's huge painting made on side of the meat market, the place where I can get the meat and chicken and fish. And this story is telling me about the difficulties which immigrants have to face when they move to America. I can see in the background of the top picture, it's the Statue of Liberty, which is found in New York. It's shown higher, means it's a high place to reach. Not everyone can go there. But when I go to America, my life is not suddenly going to change. I have to work hard. In order to work hard, I will see here that a person is selling bread on the road. A woman is cooking dishes to serve and get some money. Someone here in the down picture, a lady is stitching clothes. Then again, we see here a man who is looking for something to eat inside the trash box. So these are the difficulties which people, when they move to America, they have to face. Their life do change, but to change my life, I have to work hard. So this mural is giving us the idea about immigrants. When immigrants from different countries move to America, they the challenges they face is shown in this mural. And when we use the word immigrant, immigrant means a person who has moved from one place to another country. He's an immigrant. He left his native country, he left his country where he was born, and he wants to have a better life in America. So these people are called immigrant. Like they migrated or they moved from one place to another place. So we see here it was painted by Hector Pons. The artist came from El Salvador more than 15 years ago. So the artist who painted this mural, who painted this painting, was also an immigrant. He also moved from a country and he knew exactly the difficulties which are faced by immigrants and how their life is really hard in the beginning, but slowly when they work hard their life actually changes. And he said, my mural shows what's in the heart of many people who come to this country looking for a better life. So I'm coming to this country, I'm expecting a better life, but in order to get that better life I have to work really hard, and working hard can be in different ways. Yes, we move on to the next page. Okay, now I see a huge painting of a girl from African continent. Her arms are raised and joined like she's praying. This is how we pray. And by her hands joined, it's becoming a tree. And the title this mural has been given is Reach High and You Will Go Far. This means that every child should dream high, should be encouraged to do what? Can someone give me an idea? Yes, exactly. To get better education. It's my basic right. I should always try to get the better education because only education is what is going to change my life. Nothing beyond, nothing without it. I am nothing without it. This world is nothing without it. So everything changes, not just by changing the country. Nothing is going to change when I move from Syria to America. Nothing is going to change. But only if I work hard, only if I dream and I try to do what I want to do. And I can get that only by getting better and better knowledge. And this mural was painted in order to children to hope and dream big. And by dreaming big, he meant that you should always go for big and bigger dreams. And you can only get your dreams fulfilled if you get better education. If you focus, if you concentrate on your education, and if you think that my life is nothing without education, then you are good. No one is going to stop you. No one will be able to stop you because you have knowledge with you. You have power of knowledge, and power of knowledge is strongest knowledge of anything. So he said, in the end, we have here the last line, the mural encourages children to reach for the future through education. This is the bottom line, this is the summary, that I will be able to do what I want to do with the power of education. I will have a better future only through education, not without it. Yes, and now, okay, now we have here another mural, which is painted outside the school. And the title of this mural is A Shared Hope. Shared hope means a hope which is shared by the teachers and the parents. And in real also, the teachers and the parents, they work equally hard for some students to get a better life. Like education is the key to success. I cannot have a better life. But it's not possible that I will only have a better life in the school and I will not do anything when I go back home. Or only I will study with my parents at the home and I will not listen to my teacher when I go to school. No, when we say the word shared hope, it means both of them. They work equally hard, they work together how to give you a better education. So it's like the parents and teachers are supporting each other. Without the support of parents, the child will not be able to go to school or follow what is done in the school. Without the support of the teacher in the class, the child will not be able to do what he learned at home with his parents. So a shared hope means something shared between the two, just in order to have a better education. And when we have the two working together, my teachers and my parents, I can reach as high as a sky. Like we see here in the first one, the child is different than the others. It's reaching higher and it's going above the clouds. The higher my education is, higher my dreams are going to be, and better my life is going to be. It's going to be different than the others. Okay, now this is the next one. The title of this mural is Dreams of Flight. Now, Dreams of Flight was painted by a muralist, an artist, and he again, because we see here the future of any place is flying, especially for the children of that area. If the children are not listening, if the children are not reading, if the children are not focusing, there is no point of doing all this, because the older people, they already lived their life, they already did what they wanted to do. But when you are a child, you have more chances to do better than the older people. So every country focus more on their children or focus more on their younger ones because they want them to do better than themselves. So we see here again a muralist, he painted for children, and in this mural we can see it's a huge one. This mural is giving me a lesson that no matter what I want to do, as long as I work hard, I can follow my dream. I see here a man who's playing, a man who's riding a horse, a man who is just going on the moon, or if I'm making some model aeroplanes, or I'm going on a boat. So it's up to me what I want to be. And it should not stop me. Like if a child wants to do something, nothing should be there to stop him or to hinder his brightness. And this mural also showing some girls and some boys because he wanted to tell that no one should be able to stop you because you are a boy. Same, no one should be able to tell you not you cannot do this just because you are a girl. So no matter what I am, no matter who I am, no matter from where I am, I should be able to get what I want to do. And the key lies, like I say every time, it lies in good education. As long as we get good education, everything we can get. Okay, now finally we have the ending of the story. So we have here the talking walls can be anywhere. It can be in a school, it can be inside a hotel, inside an apartment, inside a building, outside somewhere. Just passing on the message, and message related to that country, related to that area. So the mural can give me a message. This is what we have in our story today. And now after this, I want you to, whenever you go outside, whenever you get the chance to go outside, you will find mural in every country, in every cities, in every area. And every mural is giving you a message, is passing on a message. Just try to read that message. Try to think what the muralist want me to know from this painting. We have here a huge mural of American flag. It means America is a big place. It's a higher place than the others, and it's a place for everyone. That's just a message passed on by the muralist. So every person has a different idea. It can be from the she and from the artist who created, from the people who live in that area, from the immigrants who live in that area, from the people who want to go to that place. It can just pass on the message. So I want you to go through the story again and again and read it. I hope you're able to understand it. It's just a photo essay. Like there is nothing much to read, but every time just to focus on the painting and try to get the message this painting is giving me. I hope you understand the lesson. Thank you.